everybody, it's Heidi with the Weathered Fence Post and welcome to our channel. My husband Steve and I are resellers in the Raleigh, Garner, North Carolina area. We have two booths, one at Antiques at Gresham Lake in North Raleigh and one at Collected Treasures in Garner. And we always love to invite you to stop in and visit our booths if you're ever in the area or if you're local to us, and check out all the cool stuff that we find on a regular basis. We try really hard to bring in about 25 to 50 new items, sometimes up to 100 new items per week into each booth. So that may sound like a lot, but you'd be surprised how much you can tuck into a booth for sale. So anyway, what we love to do on this channel is I personally love to take you out hunting for the treasures. I think that's where all the fun is. I think it's fun to just, go into those boxes and open them up, and you just never know what's going to be in there. It's just a discovery all the time. And then we also do the haul videos to go over the things that we have found. Now, I haven't done a haul video in a couple videos, so today is going to be a haul video, and it's going to be a haul video of a combination of sales, because I have several sales of items back there, and I'm just going to be picking off the table, and it just doesn't matter what sale it came from. It could have been from the barn sale that we went to, it could be from the Garage Brothers, it could be from the yard sale that we went to. There might be a couple things from Goodwill, but we're going to get into it. We're going to go over some of the cool things I've found over the last couple of weeks out hunting. And I will have another hunting video coming up. I decided to put this haul video ahead of it, so we may go over some things I found there. I don't even know. It was at the Garage Brothers warehouse sale this past weekend, but we hadn't done a haul video in a while, so I thought I better get this haul video done because I want to get this stuff in the booth. And you've already missed some things because I just had to get them into the booth and I just didn't have time to film them. So if I have a good picture of them and I want to talk about them, I'll put it up here for you. First thing I want to show you is from the yard sale that we went to last weekend. When Steve and I went to Asheboro and we stopped at that cool yard sale. I did the video on that. That was the second weekend of that sale. This home, the people had passed, they were clearing the home out completely. The house, the interior of the house, there really wasn't much in there. I did get some things out of there. I did get a whole basket of vintage Christmas, and maybe we'll go over a couple of those. I'm not going to go through the whole basket. I did get a whole basket of vintage Christmas. I did find something that made, I don't know if you remember me saying that Jean, Steve's aunt, had passed recently, and she really supported us, and I said I hoped when I was out hunting in the future that she would be there on my shoulder helping me find treasures. Well, I found something that to me just absolutely had to be her with me. I actually asked one of the items that she had, I asked if I could have, and it was her vintage candies, her vintage glass candies. Because these really remind me of her. I always admired them. I actually bought her a few of them for Christmas, and every time we would go to her house or get together for the holidays, I would look at her glass candies. Well, at this sale, this is the last weekend, there's hardly anything in the house. I found this entire tray of beautiful vintage glass candies. I absolutely love every single one of them. I love this one. It's like a lollipop. I've never seen a lollipop. This one reminds me of Murano. It's got the Millefiori look to it. It's so pretty. This little tiny, tiny, tiny one. And then like some square or rectangular shaped pieces. These are just so pretty to me. I've always loved them. And then a beautiful art glass tray that they went on. So I just really felt like that was just so unique that these were still there. No one had picked them up, and I just said that had to be Jean. It had to be Aunt Jean. She was there with me. She hid those at the previous weekend so nobody could get them, and saved them so I could find them when we went on Steve's birthday weekend. So since I've started showing you some Christmas things, I might as well show you some of these little vintage Christmas items. I found this whole, by the way, this is a Longaberger basket, which Steve's mother collects. That was at that sale also. So I used it to put all these vintage Christmas ornaments in that I found. There was a whole bin full of them. So I went through the whole bin. I'm not going to pull each one of these out. This guy actually, I didn't find him there. I just put him on top of the pile because I just found him recently. Where did I find him recently? I think at Garage Brothers, maybe. Yeah, I think maybe I found him at Garage Brothers. I think so. He's vintage. He's so cute. And I think I showed him in the video. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I found him at Garage Brothers. But I did find the rest of these there. So this is a little tiny little Anna Lee. So adorable. Little lady with her handkerchief scarf. I really love these, and I don't know, I probably will keep these for myself. And by the way, those little candies I will be they're already sitting out. They're part of our household. They're not going to be for sale. But look at these. These are like a hard plastic. They look like they're made to look like they're a carved wood. They don't have any markings on the bottom, but they're the cutest little deer. I love this one that's lying. So they're made to look like wood, but they're actually plastic. I really liked this vintage bulb ornament. It's like a paper mache or a decoupage, I should say, of soldiers. I thought that was really nice. There were a lot of like old world type ornaments. I would consider that kind of old world handmade type of ornament. Really some really nice stuff. I really liked this one with the little gingerbreads. And, oh, I have to share with you what I'm so excited about. The reason I'm showing you all these is because, guess what? Down at Collected Treasures, the owner of Collected Treasures and all the fellow vendors have agreed to have Christmas in July. I am so excited. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've never been in a mall that did it or a store that did it, and I'm excited to see how it goes. Now, may turn out to be nothing, I don't know, but why not give it a try? It's a nice little break in the heat of the summer to be thinking about Christmas and maybe cooler weather and just look for something different and fun. And I think it also helps the stores because typically they say the J months are slow months for stores, June, July, and January. So it's just another way to help boost sales for vendors. But I like it. I think it'll be fun. We're not going to do the whole store. We're just going to sprinkle a little bit in here and there. You know me, I don't ever sprinkle anything, so I might do a little bit more than sprinkling. I have a whole bunch already ready to go. So I'm excited about it. Just wanted to share that with you because I had mentioned it to you before that no store had ever done it, so I was excited. Look at this precious angel. I think I'm probably going to have to keep this one. I really like this one. And then this is beautiful, this tree. And I will be pricing these for this Christmas in July sale. Here's a handmade like made out of little like pine cones, a wreath. There were just so many really pretty ones. I will probably keep this. I have a collection of vintage Santas and I probably will keep him. You know, a lot of us just love Christmas. Here's a beautiful brass piece. Maybe I'm going to end up going through this whole thing. Oh, I won't. I'm not going to. I just won't do it. There's several of these type with the little beads. And, oh, there's a bunch of this. This is what I was so excited about. And there are several of these. There are a bunch of, and I'm not going to pull every single one out, but there are a bunch of the wooden ornaments. These are so hard to find, and some of these are very valuable when you start researching them. This one, I think, is this the one that was from Sweden? I don't know, but it's like a little telephone. Like one of those vintage style telephones. Little horse, a little rocking horse, or not a rocking horse, looks like a little horse with wheels. So, and then my very favorite, which I will be keeping, these little kissing Santa Claus, Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus. I think they're adorable, and I love these. This is like a great find for myself. So that's some of the vintage Christmas ornaments I found at that sale. Okay, the next thing I want to go over is kind of like a BOLO, right? I'm surprised I'm saying that. Be on the lookout for. I don't know if I've ever had that happen where I've been able to share with you. But be on the lookout for this. Now, I found this at Goodwill. This was $4.99, so it was $5, and it is a trophy. And I'm telling you, I've tried to sell trophies before. Trophies don't do well. But what does well is this. This is bronze. This is a beautiful bronze statue on a wooden base that all you need to do is remove this trophy strip. Maybe sand this down, clean it up, get the glue off from there, clean it up. Maybe you may have to restain the base if you sand it. But this is a known artist. It is a bronze piece, and right there it says, "The Versatile Appaloosa." It's from 1989, and it's by the artist Johnson. Again, bronze sculpture, Appaloosa horse, beautiful piece. And guess what? There were 2 of them there. I was so excited. Another one. So I've got $10 into these 2 pieces. I've already taken the piece off here. So you see there's some glue, residual stuff we got to clean up. I've got this backwards. I actually sat this way. And we'll clean that up, reattach this to the base, because at first I thought about just taking the horse off the base and selling it just like this on this base, but it has these, and we would have had to try to get those off. They don't unscrew. We would have to somehow cut them off, put this in a vise maybe. I just saw damage happening, and so I said to Steve, let's just remove the trophy information and we'll clean up this base, leave this on the wooden base, and sell it like that. These are listed on eBay somewhere between $50 and $80 is what they are selling for. So that's probably where we're going to put it, somewhere in the maybe around. We always like to price our prices a little bit lower than eBay. We want to have a fair price so that we're making enough money to keep our business going. The mall is making money, but we also want to make it so that when people pick it up, they know they're getting a great deal. When they pull their phones out and search for it on eBay and see that it's selling for $50 to $80 on eBay, maybe we have it in our booth for $40 to $50. So that's what we're going to do. And it was $5. So excited to find these. And let me put a picture up right here of the last few items that we have sold like this. We have a couple items that we sold this year that were bronze sculptures. So this is an area that I will always be keeping my eye open for, looking for these bronze sculptures. I think I used this piece as the picture on the hunting video for the hunt at the barn sale. That barn sale was awesome. That was the most I saw there. I think I've only been there maybe 3 times. That might have been my 3rd time. I think. Maybe my 3rd time there. And that was the most I had seen there. And we were there on Friday or Saturday. Like one of the first, I think Saturday. Maybe one of the first days. And then Joanne went back on that Monday and found that great piece. It was awesome. But anyway, I'm never going to miss that barn sale now. I mean, if you dig, you're going to find treasures. I thought this was so cool. It's like a stagecoach photo, holder. It's from, I think it said Hong Kong on the back. Made in, yeah, Hong Kong. So it is definitely vintage. And I think it's fantastic. I think I saw these were selling for about $15 on eBay. Gotta give it a try. I just think it's quirky enough. You know me, I always like unique things you can't find everywhere. And I think the people that come in and shop with us appreciate that. I don't pick up big sets of dishware very often. In fact, I'm not sure I have ever picked up an entire, well, I don't know if this is the entire set, but a good size set of dishware. Dishware is very tricky. It might sell right away. It just depends on if somebody's out there looking for a set, they need to replace the set, there's a certain pattern they're looking for. It's just a very tricky item to put in the booth. But I felt this had some things going for it, so I went ahead with it. It is a set of 25, so it's an 8-piece set. It has the dinner plates. Oh, they're great big and heavy. The dinner plates, the salad plates, and then the little, I guess, like fruit bowl plates or vegetable bowls. And then it only had 1 serving bowl. So it does have 1 serving bowl. So this is Federalist ironstone. It is vintage. And it has a beautiful, like, scalloped look to it. All of these pieces are in great condition. There are no chips or cracks on any of this set. They had this set, this was at the barn sale that I found this, and there were several full sets of dishware like this at the barn sale. So that tells me, again, this is not something that is picked up a lot. But they did have $65 on this set at their estate sale, which is probably what it's worth. It may even be worth more than that if you were to piece every single piece out and sell it on eBay, piece by piece. But I'm going to put this down at Collected Treasures as a full set, and I think we're going to put about $35 on it. We're going to give it like half the price, around half the price of what they were asking at the barn sale. It is definitely worth $35. It is a beautiful set. I think somebody will absolutely love it. I think what it has going for it mainly is that it's just a white ironstone piece. You know, it's very classic, can go with any type of decor, and it's, I mean, it's ironstone. How could you go wrong with that? It's got, and I know that this is a sought after pattern from watching other YouTube creators, that this is a pattern that people do look for. So I think $35 will be a really good price point on it. We'll see what happens. I'll let you know. Can't hold both of these up at the same time because I'm just not that good at holding things in my hands. But here we go. Look at this. These are kind of cool. They're like a barrel lamp, and this is wood. I can actually see it. See right there when the banding is coming away from it. You can see the actual wood. So this is a vintage barrel lamp. We picked this up at the thrift store on our way to Asheboro that I didn't film in. I said it was a little thrift store. They were having 50% off that day. So we got this set of lamps for $18. And what we're looking for is just the right shade that would really have a great look with this. I just see these in anybody's, like, this could be, gosh, this would be great in like a whiskey, you know, if somebody owned a dispensary. These would be great sitting on a table, you know, where people have those great leather chairs where they sit and congregate, maybe in a winery or anybody's home that has a country decor, mountain decor, Western decor. These are, I think, really, really cool. So we're going to be looking for just the right shades for these. I wanted to show them to you because I want to get them downstairs and stored away until we find those shades. And talking about country decor or rustic decor, this I really thought was cool. This is like a mini milk jug. It does have some lettering on it, as you can see right there. I found this at that sale. I took you on that one. I did have this in the video. It was full of sand, and I had Steve ask them if we could empty that out. It's in really good condition. I think this is going to be great for the fall season. Can you imagine this with some beautiful sunflowers coming out of it, or some type of orange decor, or even like a wheat? I think this is going to be fantastic for that. And by the way, we will start putting fall into Collected Treasures, not necessarily Gresham. Gresham is a few weeks, we do a few weeks at a different interval there. We come a little bit later than Collected Treasures, but Collected Treasures right after we do this Christmas in July, which by the way is going to run, I didn't tell you when it's going to be. It's going to be from July 7th through the 21st, I believe. I will double check that, and I'll put that right here so that you know, in case you're in the area and want to go to. It's not going to be like a one-day event. We're just going to host, you know, have Christmas in the booths during that part of July. After that, though, when we start taking Christmas out, we will start bringing fall in, because people do start shopping for it at that point, when they're thinking about how they want to decorate, or maybe even resellers are looking for items to resell, or they have maybe a reseller has a big event coming up where they need to have some great decor for their event. So we do like to get it in there. It will probably go in end of July, beginning of August. It will be there. So this is going to be going in at that point. I think I had shared with you at that yard sale that I went to that it was the second weekend, the last weekend of the sale, where I found the candy that we started out with, that I found a bunch of pumpkins. I had a whole bag of just pumpkin items or Halloween items. So here is this really adorable flag, or I don't know what you, maybe it's not really a flag. It's, I don't know what you call it. There's a name for this, but it's like a tapestry that you would hang, or you could hang it on your door or in your entryway. I just really like the look of it. I love the cat. I think the cat's adorable, and the pumpkins. It's like a witch cat. So I got that, and everything that I picked up at that sale was about 80 cents a piece. That's what it worked out to be. I did find these pumpkins. I actually didn't find them. When the people saw that I was interested in the Halloween stuff, they started pulling out from the back of that first shed things that were in there, and these were some of the things they pulled out. These are not in bad condition, and these are the vintage lighted pumpkins. You can definitely tell they're vintage by the type of plugs, and they do light. The bulbs still work in them. I've checked both of them. This one actually is not electric, it's battery operated. It's just a cute size, that one, and it does work. I put batteries in it. Just a couple of nice fall looking pumpkins. They're like a styrofoam. These, they don't say where they're from. These are more the newer pieces. These are from 2012. So they're already 12 years old, believe it or not. And that right there. So I think, oh, and hang on. There were just a couple of these little pumpkins. They're just little, tiny little pumpkins that we can use in decor. But this one is awesome. Look at him. He's great. This gourd. What a great pumpkin. Look at the size of this thing that somebody made. And it's in great condition. Now this is a little precarious. I'm afraid somebody's going to pick him up by this and break that right off. So I almost am tempted, you know, it's like maybe I'll try to reinforce it with a little glue or something to make sure it doesn't break off in the merchandising when people are examining it and looking at it. We will not put Halloween items in at the end of July, beginning of August. We'll just put like regular fall decor. The Halloween items kind of wait till maybe September-ish. Definitely by the 1st of October, but somewhere in September we'll go ahead and put Halloween, and we have a ton of Halloween that will be going in both booths. I think I'm going to have to wrap it up pretty soon because I'm on a time crunch a little bit. I'm doing this before work and I want to get to work on time. So I did stop in at Goodwill yesterday and I found a few things. Found this really cute topiary. We don't make a lot of money on these. A lot of times, like this was $3. And a lot of times I price these around $8. A double topiary like this would probably be around $8.99. But I use them more for decor in the booths, just to have some greenery in the booths, and if it sells, it sells. I thought this was a cool tree that we can use right away. I just like the droopiness of it. It's flocked. And it was $3.28. I don't know how much this was new, but I think it has a really cool look. So we'll go with that. And then I picked up some bayberry candles. They were 99 cents. They smell great. And they're in good condition. Doesn't look like they've ever been used. And I just love this basket. Now you know I don't like baskets with handles, but when you find one of these baskets, it's this big, chunky basket and it's in great condition and it almost looks like it has a little whitewashing to it. You might as well get it. It's a no-brainer. Somebody is going to love this basket, and this is fantastic for this time of year. If you have a vegetable garden, this would be great to be going out in your garden. It's sturdy enough to hold all those heavy zucchinis and squashes and cucumbers and tomatoes and peppers. I did pay a little bit for it. I paid $7 for this basket, but this is a $15 to $20 basket all day long. And it won't last long. It won't last long. The last one I purchased sort of like this, it was like a bluish color. It had the whitewash on it. It was gone the week I put it in there. As soon as I put it in there, it was gone. So I'm going to go ahead with this basket. Okay, I think the last piece I'm going to show you is this piece. This was one of the first pieces that I picked up at the barn sale. And I think you saw that it said that it was $20. And I said on that video, I'm going to ignore the price because I'm just going to put stuff in my bag. And I'm sure that that's not the price. That's probably what was at the estate sale. Beautiful inlay on this with the mother of pearl. I love this piece. It is, I would say, in good condition. It's not excellent. I think there was one area that I thought maybe I felt something right here. Just a little bit of damage right there, but otherwise pretty good condition. Pretty good condition. Even the back looks pretty good. This is almost excellent. It's pretty good condition. It's high-end, good condition. And at that sale, I only paid 50 cents an item for stuff. So this is A beautiful piece. I'm going to be excited to bring this to Antiques at Gresham Lake. I don't envision it lasting too long. Okay, I lied, one more piece. I'll squeeze one more piece in. Found this right at the end when I pulled my truck up, or car, I was driving Steve's car that day. I pulled the car up and we were sitting there waiting for somebody to give us pricing, and that was just sitting there where I had pulled the car up for pricing. And I think they had, yeah, they had $12 on it at the estate sale. And again, I picked it up for 50 cents at that barn sale. This is how you make sweet tea. Now, I'm not a sweet tea drinker, but this is sun tea. You put the tea in there with the water and you put it out in the sun. I think this is great. I'm going to get it out in the booth right away because we're in the heat of the summer and this would be perfect for somebody to make some sun tea in. Okay, I think that is going to be it today. It may not be a real long video. I haven't even really paid attention to the time, so I don't know if we're at 15 minutes or 30 minutes. But anyway, that is some of the items over the last few weeks that we have found. Again, I am pushing all this into the booths as quickly as I can, so you may not see every single piece that I find, because you know when I go hunting, I find so much. I mean, I usually on a typical weekend will pick up between 50 and 100 items. Actually, let's just say over the week. Every single week, I probably purchase another 50 to 100 items to keep refilling into our booths. And Steve says, I think this job is really just, you know, rotating money, but it's not. We still are coming out with a small profit at this point. We're getting better at what we do, looking for those pieces that, you know, people are really going to enjoy, that they can get at a great price point, that bring in a little bit more profit for us. So, you know, we're learning. We're 10 years in and we're learning as we go. So at any rate, I've got some things I got to do before I take off to work. Got to feed those birds, give them some fresh water for the hot day because it is just ridiculously hot here. I'm praying for rain. We haven't had rain. I can't remember the last time it rained. I know this. I have not mowed my lawn in over 2 weeks because it's just not growing. It's dying. So anyway, everybody, I hope you have a great week. I probably will come back at the end of the week either with another hunting video. I'm going to do a little hunting this weekend, not as much. I'm going to try to keep it light, and I'm going to try to stick to that because I have a lot of stuff to process and deal with. And so I'll either have a hunting video and then maybe an additional haul video, but that'll be coming over the weekend to first part of the week next week. Until then, everybody, get out there, go hunting, find your own treasures, find something that puts a smile on your face, support your local people, and take very good care. If I don't talk to you before the 4th, I think I will, but if I don't talk to you before July 4th, I hope you're enjoying your barbecues and having a great time with the people that you want to get together with to enjoy the 4th. Oh my goodness, if I could speak, right? Anyway, everybody, take good care.